I was a little bit leery.
What's going on?
Hi. Hey. That's enough. Because I know that Courtney and Cornelius had their previous connections.
Hey guys, and welcome to Little Black Book. You know what time it is? Talking to you guys about Kamile and Cornelius, and I want to say this as well. The little jokes that Kamile was making about being almost possessive with Cornelius is a dangerous precedent to set if you're going to continue a relationship onwards. So in this particular video, we're going to talk about how you should be careful of these particular passive-aggressive signs, because this will lead to being in a situation where you're being controlled and potentially an abusive relationship in the future. We're not there yet, but I'm just wanted to highlight those particular red flags and get you guys to learn from this particular show. So if you're new to the channel, like, share, subscribe, click on the bell button for notification of the uploads. And for those of you who are returnees, you got the minerals, you got the minerals. Stay hydrated because the streets out there are hot. All right, cool. Let's get into the video. Yo. All right, cool. So let's just take it back a little bit, right? The clip I just showed you guys, okay?
Because I know that Courtney and Cornelius had their another person.
Sorry about that. Let's take it slightly more back.
A little bit leery.
What's going on?
Hi. Hey. That's enough.
Okay, so what you just heard there was a little joke, okay? Now, I want to make sure men who are listening to this as well, I want you to be aware, okay? It starts off like this. Okay, it starts off of being very endearing, very attentive, wanting all your time, wanting all your energy, the constant almost I don't even say love bombing. I think that's very specific, but you're gonna get this person who's gonna be so intrigued by you, enamored by you, wanting you, time, space, and matter. Okay, and just wanting you. Okay, now what you hear from Kamile in this instance, okay, is a joke that comes out of her mouth. She goes, "Oh, that's enough for the hug." And then laughs about it, right? Now, I would have looked at this differently had Kamile and Cornelius already been in a relationship. I still would have been like, but I would have looked at it differently. We're not in a relationship at the moment. Cornelius and Kamile are not in a relationship at the moment. And to see that comment come up where she makes this joke, again, it is a very passive-aggressive move. Okay, and it's an indication, because we already know about Kamile by saying she's been a Black Widow before, blah, blah, blah. Making these type of jokes are an indication that in the future, potentially this could turn into a full-blown comment that will not be a joke, right? It might turn to less of a passive-aggressive, but more of aggressive move. And even if it stays passive-aggressive, it still does the job. Making that continuous joke to make seeds in your mind, make sure that you realize you can't spend time with those people. I'm not happy when you spend time with those people. We are attuned and accustomed, especially if we're socially aware, to pick up on some of these passive-aggressive seeds that people plant in our minds. The joke she's making, what, you think Cornelius is not thinking, I better not hug Cornelius I better not hug Courtney too much in front of her? Are you forgetting that we sat at the table and he said he was going to get a bottle of water for Courtney, and she made a comment there too about it? He's not going to be naive to not notice that Kamile has an issue with Courtney, and she's voicing it in ways that are going to be frustrating as the relationship goes on, that he'll be feeling restricted. These are signs to pick up now, not pick up when you're in a full-blown relationship, but pick up now. Don't make the mistake of trying to go forward thinking she's going to get better or I'm going to save her. Pick up on the signs now and walk away. You know what I'm saying? Save yourself and a relationship that is not needed. Okay, save yourself that issue of problems that you're potentially going to face if you continue down this route. Let me just go into as well, because there were some other things I wanted to kind of tap into. He actually spoke as well about noticing the kind of possessiveness that she has. Okay, now let me just put this up for you guys as well. Let me bring it up so you guys can see it. All right, so it's a little bit later on where I wanted to get this comment that she made, okay? I told about this in the other video. Let's go.
Yeah, come on. I used to be so good at skating. Just push me.
I got you. There you go.
Are you jealous?
What?
Them skating?
I mean,
Now, I already said that I mean, his answer was rubbish. Like, if she asks you, are you jealous? You're supposed to say no. But I dealt with that in another video, right? Now, my thing here is this. Why did she ask the question in the first place? Again, it's another indication of her being focused on the wrong thing. When people are possessive, it's a sign of a lack of self-esteem, a lack of confidence in self. And the possessiveness comes out first as cute because it's like, oh, she just wants to protect me. But it becomes a suffocation after a while when the person blocks everybody who comes across you because she doesn't trust anybody to have your best interest at heart, to just love you and be a friend of you or be a family member. Everybody will become an enemy to her because at best, she herself needs to have control over the way that you move in your life. Right? So that possessiveness is not cute. I said this with Married at First Sight. When people say possessiveness, we're not on it. Okay, we shouldn't be celebrating that. Now, for her to ask that question, are you jealous? Why would that come into her mind? She should be focused on the relationship between herself and Cornelius. But again, her mind has gone to Courtney. In fact, and that's why I said to you that she even played that game where she tried to out Courtney. Okay, from the last episode where they were talking about sex before marriage. She had to bring that up on purpose, and yet. I will say this later on. There's a conversation where she outs when they were talking on FaceTime, him with his top off. And I said, you don't realize what's happening here, Mr. Cornelius. She will embarrass you. She will eat you alive. She will feed you to the wolves and bring you back into the fold. She will teach you lessons until you get into line. And it started now. Okay? So the things that she's saying, if you allow her to continue to dictate and saying, "Oh, you can't hug at this time." For instance, she did the exact same thing at the dinner table when it was Walter, it was Kamile, Cornelius, and Courtney. And when Courtney said, "Can I put my hand on your thigh?" and she was like, "No, you can't." Now, it was a joke again, but again, we're now on the third time we've seen this, where she makes a joke again about what Courtney can or cannot do with Cornelius, or what Cornelius can and can't do with Courtney. You have to start opening your eyes and your ears to actually what you're really hearing. You're not hearing someone who actually cares for you per se. You're hearing somebody who wants to control you. You're hearing somebody who's possessive of you. Okay, they see you as theirs, and look, we all see each other as that's my partner, da da da. But I'm talking about theirs as a possession, almost like an object, almost like how a child will look at their toy and be possessive over it. Right? What you don't want is to suffocate the person. I keep saying again, right? Okay, so let's just go to that particular scene where this happens. Okay, where we talk about the shirt off. Okay. We talk about the shirt off. All right, cool.
This moment of being on another double date with Kamile and Courtney, who I have both interest in. It's a little tornness there, but my man Corey is definitely running interference, and he's keeping her occupied for me.
Now, here is the big thing as well. Cornelius said, obviously, Corey is keeping Courtney occupied for me. No, sir. He's moving to Courtney. That's what you thought he was doing. You thought he was occupying Courtney for you. No. He was occupying Courtney for himself. You misread the play there. But obviously you must have thought Corey's a decent dude. He isn't gonna play, do you dirty like that. And it's not even a beef. It's a dating show. They can do whatever they want. But the language you use there, that he's keeping her for me, sir, he's not. He's moving forward. All right.
So, okay, I know we talk a lot on the phone.
I love our FaceTimes.
Our FaceTimes are great. With your shirt off. Wasn't
Now, if I recall correctly, listen, him having his shirt off, listen, I said, I'm not a big deal kind of person. Do you understand? Yeah. I know that everyone's got the levels. Here's my thing with that, yeah. We're doing what? FaceTime talks with no shirt on now, yeah? But the energy you were giving Courtney to trying to find a route that she would have sex before marriage, okay, you're kind of carrying it here in the sense of the fact that, so why are we getting excited and having conversations with his top off? Why are you okay now with him doing that? But you wanted to bring Courtney out of POC because you wanted to show her that she's not on the same level as you when it comes to the sex before marriage. At this rate, and this conversation where it goes, and you were coming at Courtney, I said, you played the game really, really well, Miss Kamile. All right. And if Cornelius doesn't see what Courtney's doing, I can't help him. You know what I'm saying? He don't want to be saying.
Telling the business.
Oh, my bad. So I have a question. I know you have mentioned that you like waiting. Did you have to think about it?
No.
Now we're about to go into a conversation about the weight. I want to leave that to another time, right? But I want to address the fact that, again, this possessiveness, because he actually brings it up in the conversation, okay? He makes a point in his cutscene where he says he understands that, you know, she's showing some interest, but he wants to be very careful that that interest is not misguided and it becomes toxic, right? Let's have a look at this play.
Okay. Put an extra check in the pick-me box. At this point, I feel like I'm ready to love Cornelius. What you looking back
Nah,
I was just, you trying to see that little?
No, they was tracking.
Okay.
This boy, if he even looks in the direction of Courtney, she's going to be on his tail, bro. And what you don't realize is you're being conditioned. Okay, you're being conditioned. Now, look here. Sir, if you're also not feeling Kamile, you know, let's stop agreeing to go on double dates. Yeah? Let's stop agreeing to go on double dates. Now, I know production have their ways. You got to tell production, listen, I hear that, but it's not how I want to live this particular relationship stuff. Right? Set that boundary for them. Because this is if you're going to be even glancing over and then Camile's going to be saying something, you're not going to live a long life. Right? But this can't go on if we're going to do a proper, healthy relationship. What? It might not be Courtney this time. It might be someone else. It might be a Daniela. Maybe it's your work colleague. As soon as she feels any type of threat, she's going to try and nuke it by trying to passively, aggressively get at you. Do you see what I'm saying? All right.
From day one, my interest with Kamile has been strong. The fact that she has taken such a interest in me to the point where she doesn't want anybody else to be around me.
You're about to make that a positive. That's not a positive. Where she wants to be around you so much, she doesn't want anyone else to be around you. Listen, don't get twisted. We all have that early day feeling when we get with somebody and, you know, you don't want anyone else to have them. We all get that. We all get that feeling. You know, when you first meet somebody and you're just hoping no one else is going to be talking to them, no one else is going to like it, no one else is going to want them because you're sensing your happiness at the end of this tale. Not a problem. The problem is when you start making it known. And when I say making it known, I'm talking about when it starts making it known in the sense of you can't talk to anybody else, but you ain't secured nothing. We are not exclusive. We're not dating. We're not in a relationship. And even then, there's a way to even talk about how people have boundaries when it comes to talking to other people. And like I said, you will know when somebody's potentially being passive-aggressively dealing with you in their abuse, in their controlling behavior, because what happens is you start feeling the world beginning to close in. You start realizing that doors are starting to shut. You're starting to realize you don't want to talk to anybody because you're scared, and that's the key word, scared of setting off somebody else, right?
Enough. It's very flattering. At the same time, I have to definitely keep watch, make sure it doesn't get on the other side of possessiveness, because I still want to get to know several other young ladies as well.
It's already on the other side, sir. It's already on the other side. Just that she's not overt with it, but she's already on the other side, bro. And if she's doing this now, making these little comments now, which you're hearing, then it's potentially going to grow, okay? It's going to grow. It is not going to get better. It's not going to go away. It's going to grow, okay? Right now, it's not cute. It's not cute, and it won't be cute in a year's time when she fully blows, right? That she wants full territory control. It won't be fun when you can't roam. It won't be fun when you can't go out. It won't be fun when you can't talk to the opposite sex because there's definitely something happening. It won't be fun when you have to consistently apologize, even though it might not be your fault. There are so many different things that come from this. So for me, I'm not saying that Kamile is there yet. What I am saying is there's traces of this behavior that we need to be very careful of. And you shouldn't be entering a relationship if this is the kind of behavior that's going on. If you're in a relationship and you're getting this kind of behavior, you need to really question what kind of relationship we actually have. Do we have a relationship or am I in slavery? Right? That's what I'm saying. Let us know down below in the comment section. Like, share, subscribe, click on that bell button for notification of uploads. We appreciate you guys. Stay locked. Stay loaded. Lemons Black Book. You know what time it is. Time it is. Time it is.